project so I can answer any questions that people might have about tapestry in the meantime. I'm also doing some videos. Thanks for the heart, Karen. So I'm doing some videos, and can anybody hear me? If somebody let me know if you can hear me, please. I'm over it. I'm over it with these problems. Don't think anyone can... Is there a way we can test this? Alright. Again, not sure. I don't think I'm being recorded. I don't think anyone can hear me. Working on fixing the microphone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, nobody can hear me. And testing, testing. Can anyone hear me yet?
Just refusing to find it at all.
Is there any way for you to like put a message or anything that says what's going on? I got people sending me gifts and I can't even say hello or thank you. I don't know if anyone can hear me. If you can, say something. Is there any way for you to like put a message or anything that says what's going on? I got people sending me gifts and I can't say hello or... I don't know if anyone can hear me. Yeah, say something.
Where's that audio?
Hey guys, can you let me know if you can hear me? We've got, once again, microphone issues from a system that doesn't get touched or messed with. So if you can hear me, let me know. Karen over there on TikTok, thank you for the gifts. I don't know if you can hear anything that I'm saying. But if there's anybody on YouTube or on TikTok, real quick, could just put in a message. Okay, Karen can hear me. Yay, yay. Okay. This is just, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the deal has been with this audio and video stuff, really. It's just been a nightmare. And they don't give you a way to really test anything until you're going live. And then you find out things aren't working, so it's kind of annoying. I'll probably have to do a few minutes before we go live on Friday, especially when we do the crochet along. We'll probably have to hop in a few minutes early and just make sure everything is working before I get started, so that I'm not yakking away thinking that there's people out there able to hear me when they can't. So, and Karen, thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate it. And yeah, for the other people in here right now, all I'm working on right now is this tapestry project. It's the same one I've been working on for a while. It's a custom, and of course I'm in a giant white spot, so not exciting to see at this point, but just been working on this tapestry because I'm talking about tapestry because we're getting ready to go live on Friday at 6:30. We'll be doing a tapestry crochet along. The pattern is free. It's in my TikTok profile link, and it's in YouTube in my posts. So there's a link in both places for you to go download, get your supplies ready. I'm doing some videos this week about things like how to change colors and, you know, the looking at the back versus the front of your work. Tomorrow I will be, it's my plan to do a video about how to prep your yarn depending on whether or not you're going to be doing a reversible project or not. So a reversible project, let me get somewhere in here where I've got some actual action going on. A reversible project is going to be something that's going to look the same on the front as the back, like mine does here. So I'm doing reversible. I'm not carrying my yarn across. I am working with individual balls of yarn and cutting those off and weaving in the ends as I go. And the reason for this is I'm making a blanket for somebody and I want the image to be visible on both sides. So some people also though will just carry their yarn across the back of their work. So just the front of their work is the part that you would display or use. So be aware of that. I'm trying to think. I don't know which one actually uses more yarn. I've not done the carry method, but I've also have not worked on very complicated tapestries. And there are some tapestries, you've seen them, I'm sure, where the images almost look like a photograph. They're so clear and so detailed. I've got a friend of mine who's working on a tapestry crochet project. I want to say it's the Harley Davidson logo with the eagle in the background and all the feathers and all that stuff. And so I think hers has 4 or 5 different colors of all gray and black. And it's just 2 of this color, 1 of this color, 3 of this color. And it's just, there's no large patches of really anything. So that's, to me, sounds like a struggle. I would not want to be working on that. But because I designed this blanket, I made it simple. And then the one that we designed, or that I designed, thank you for the likes on YouTube. You guys, YouTube Studio doesn't show me who's in here. So if you're in here, just say hi real quick so I know that you're in here. And then I don't feel so alone. I'm really looking forward to Friday though. I'm looking forward to actually getting started on the project. I think it's going to be, the first couple days I think are probably going to be pretty boring because we are just going to be working on the border. Let me pull this up real quick. Hey, Mr. Double, thank you. Good to see you over there. Okay, so this is the pattern. I've shown it before, but the first couple days, like this right here, I want to say the border is 10, maybe 5 stitches wide. I don't remember. I've got the, you know, I've got the pattern. I could just look it up. Pattern was free. Let's see. So the whole thing is 80 stitches wide. Okay, that's right. So the border is only 5 stitches wide here on the sides, and it's only 5 rows high. So there's the first 400 stitches are all going to be the border color, and then we're going to start getting into other colors. But as I mentioned, this part down here is going to be really kind of boring, I think. And it'll also be good though, because once we start adding in like this linen color, then you guys will get practice. If you've not done a tapestry project before, you get some practice with yarn management. That's another video I need to make, and I think I'm going to try to make that one tomorrow. And then the one about how to prep your yarn. I already did one about the supplies you'll need. I didn't include the specific yarn colors because you could really do anything you want. Went over supplies. Now I'm going to be going over some of the other little basics in a couple videos. So I'm really excited to get started on that. All right, let's see. I'm nearing the end of this. 126 stitches of white. The really nice thing about that though is I can crush through that without thinking. Except for when I actually think about the fact that I'm crocheting, it's like my yarn catches on everything. And I feel like this white yarn from Hobby Lobby, and each of the colors has its own nuances. I could tell from all the colors I've used, I could tell you what each color feels like, but this white feels almost thin and cottony. And then, you know, when I add in my green color, the green feels really puffy and thick and luxurious. So I don't know what is up with the white, but every skein of white I've bought has been like that, and it seems to split. So I don't know. And then with their color Graybeard too, which is like a medium dark gray, that one feels really scratchy to me. And linen sometimes feels scratchy. So, and linen's actually one of the colors that I'm going to be doing. Hi, Tanisha. Good to see you. I think linen is one of the colors that I put in the pattern. It's going to be my background color. So sometimes it just feels a little scratchy to me, but I also use linen all the time. I've used that in so many blankets, and getting ready to use it again in the tapestry. I'm actually making another custom mosaic right now. Hey, Angel. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Tanisha, thank you for the follow too. Oops. I almost just turned this like it was a regular blanket. What a... Okay, we gotta pay attention when we're turning. By we, I mean me. I'll go over this, the turns. When we're turning tapestry, because I've got all these little balls of yarn connected, I don't want to cause a problem. First thing I'm going to do is consolidate my balls of yarn into 2 baskets because I don't have a ton of them. I've only got 2 going on right now. So turn your work very carefully. Oh, I can't believe I just almost did that. I would have really caused a problem for myself. Turn carefully because everything is connected. You don't want to be yanking. Let's do this. There we go. You don't want to be yanking balls of yarn. Now, when I turned this, it means the basket on the left that used to have its yarn aligned on the left, and the basket on the right that used to have its yarn aligned on the right has now been switched. So now the basket on the left needs to be moved to the right, and its yarn, because I turn my blanket the same way each time, its yarn is on top of the one on the right, so it's just easy. Just grab from the left, move it to the right. If I had multiple baskets, I would also do that. Pick the next most left one and move it over, so on and so forth. And like I said, I'm going to do a video on this because some of these things were all things that I had to kind of pick up on my own. I didn't watch a tapestry video before I did it. I had seen lots of tapestry, you know, other creators making tapestry and showing off their work. And I guess I understood the concept. It's a pretty simple one. We're crocheting, in this case, just a big old square. And in the case of the crochet along that we're going to do on Friday, that we start on Friday, that one will be a smaller square. It's only going to be 80 stitches wide. The blanket I'm working on right now is 200 stitches wide because I've got the, hey Maria, thank you for the follow. Because I've got the image on its side. Where's the image? I'll show you what I'm working on. This is the blanket I'm working on tonight. So just a little custom Yoshi blanket. This is for somebody named David, believe it or not. And I am down in his little shoe section down here, just plodding through the tiny bits of orange and black and then all the white. Pretty soon we're going to add in some green, and then up in here we're going to have a lot more color changes. But you guys won't be seeing that because I won't be doing this one anymore after Thursday. So I'm only working on this pattern right now so that I can answer questions about tapestry. For those of you who might have questions or who are planning on doing the free crochet along that starts Friday, thanks for the like, Toxic Lady. What a cool name. Thank you for the like, I appreciate it. So on Friday, we're doing a free crochet along. I've mentioned this before, but the link is in my TikTok profile. Go download the pattern. Pattern that we'll be working on is this girl right here. Pretty small, so only 80 stitches wide, 110 rows tall. And when we're done with this one, I will probably make a couple others. We'll probably end up doing like a panel of 4 of them to make a larger blanket. This will make a pretty small throw, maybe the size of like a baby blanket, just for this little girl here. So, but I do have the pattern linked in my profile and in my posts on YouTube. I will be streaming to both platforms at the same time. And the reason for that is YouTube saves my lives and TikTok doesn't. I don't know why they don't do that. But they don't save my lives. And because this is a true crochet along, I need people to be able to go back and rewatch. If you don't crochet as fast as I do, or maybe I misspeak. I mean, I've not done one of these before, so I'm also learning. But I would like that for everybody to have the opportunity to catch up, or maybe you catch my live halfway through the series, you know. So to be able to go over to YouTube, go through those videos, I'll be saying out loud the different numbers of stitches and color changes and all that stuff. And I'm glad that they're going to be saving that live. When I'm done with that one, I am thinking about doing another crochet along when that one's done, doing a mosaic. I've heard a lot of people. Okay, Toxic Lady says, is this for beginners? I've never done this. I can crochet. I've been wanting to try this. Yes, girl, this is exactly for beginners. That's exactly why I created it. So let me go over some of the basics again. If you guys hear a little noise, my dog is sleeping and she's dreaming right now. It's so cute. Okay, so yes, this pattern is actually made for beginners. The first one, tapestry, that I did was a huge blanket, and even that was simple. If you know how to crochet, you said you can crochet, right? This entire pattern is made of half double crochet stitches. So if you can do a half double crochet or a single crochet, if you're more comfortable with that, then you can do this pattern. The most difficult part of a tapestry is changing the colors and how to manage all your little basket. I use baskets. There's other techniques, but I'm going to show you my method. The biggest thing really is managing your yarn, making sure you don't yank or pull and, you know, send your balls of yarn flying. I have done that before, and I will probably do it at least once on the live. I can't imagine I won't. So said, sorry, I'm new here and I'm so excited. And you can crochet. You do plushies. Okay, if you do plushies, then you've got all the skill you need to crochet a giant square. This is just a square. Oh, and you do blankets. Well, there you go. Even better. So tapestry is literally a giant flat blanket, all in the same stitch. I use half double crochet, and the pattern is made by changing colors. That's it. So you can see I've got all my yarn colors attached. When I get down to this colorful area, let me get through this white chunk here. When I get down to the colorful area, I'll show you some more of the ins and outs there, so you don't feel so behind on all this. But if you can change colors, you can do tapestry. And if you can't change colors, then you can still do tapestry, because I made a video today on how to change colors for tapestry crochet. Toxic Lady says, is this a free class? So it's not a class. I'm just doing a live, and it is free. Obviously, I'm not charging anything for it. I will be going live, and I go live 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So just started about 15 minutes ago here. I do this every night on weeknights, and on Friday is when we start the actual crochet along, where we will be crocheting the pattern that I've been talking about. So in the meantime, I am working on this pattern. Thank you for sharing my live. Toxic, you're in Colorado. So am I. I'm in Colorado as well. I'm here in Castle Rock. Good to see local people. So this is a pattern I'm currently working on. This is a custom one that I designed for my grandson. So, and I've been working on this one simply because I want people to see tapestry crochet and see how simple it is. So when I get down to my color change, I'll show you what's going on. Come on, buddy. This yarn, man, I really love Hobby Lobby's yarn. This is just the I Love This Yarn brand, and it's awesome, but the white, for whatever reason, splits like no other. Arvada, sweet. Well, my son's girlfriend lives in Arvada. We've had friends live in Arvada, and I used to live in, I've been all over the Denver metro area, so I like Arvada. It's a nice area. Much closer to the airport than I am, although back when I used to live way out there, like I lived in Lakewood years and years ago, and it felt like the airport was so far away, but now it's freaking far. If you don't take the toll road, it's far. Hey, Frozen. Oh, Rick is on YouTube. It's good to see you. Sir, that's my brother-in-law. I'm fancy. I have a brother-in-law. Okay, so back to what we're doing on Friday. So on Friday, we're going to go over this pattern together. Let me show you. And Toxic Lady, I don't know if you've already gone through and downloaded the pattern or not. But if you go to, oh my gosh, thank you. You said nice to meet you. You're so nice. You're nice too. If you go to my profile, there's a link in there where you'll be able to download both versions of this pattern. So let me just see if I can get this close. So the pattern really tells you, okay, on row 1, we're going to do terracotta. It says terracotta times 80. So terracotta is this color here. Also happens to match the plant pot. So this is very customizable. Do what you want with your colors. But it tells me I'm going to do 80 stitches in this color. And that's because the first 5 rows are going to be border rows. So those are going to be very easy. Then starting row 6. Then we start bringing in the other colors. So row 6 will be right here, right above the border. And we'll do 5 stitches of terracotta, 70 stitches of the linen color, which is the background color, and then 5 stitches of terracotta. So once we're in that section, I'm going to have 3 balls of yarn. I'm going to have terracotta ball of yarn over here, linen ball of yarn here, terracotta ball of yarn here. So at this point, I'll have 3 balls of yarn. Now look, when we start getting into the bottom of the pot, we're going to have other balls of yarn. So here we'll have terracotta, linen, black, terracotta, black, linen, and terracotta. So you see how many balls of yarn we'll have just going across there. Now, as we get into the leaves, there will be even more. But because we work bottom to top, and I did this intentionally too, because I could have had us work side to side or whatever, I went bottom to top so that new people could easily learn how to do the color changes and manage their yarn in the meantime. Okay, so, all right, so you understand that part now. The next thing I will go over is yarn management. And again, I'm gonna make videos about all this stuff. These tomorrow, I've done 3 videos now going over supplies and looking at the front and back of your work and that type of stuff. But tomorrow I'm going to do a video about yarn management. And yarn management is key in this. There's multiple ways to do it, but I will show you, I'll show you what I do. Toxic Lady says, will you finish this in one sitting? No. So this will not be a one sitting thing. This project, let's see, 80 stitches. I've timed myself. I'm actually working on a baby blanket right now that's 100 stitches wide, I think. And I finish a row in about 6 minutes. I do crochet pretty fast, so take that and do with it what you will. So I crochet faster than the average person, which is why I do want the lives to be saved on YouTube. So if you head over to YouTube, look, hey, Mama Made Wild, how are you? No, she said deep breath, huh? I was like, man, I better get some snacks. No, this will not be a one sitting thing. I plan on doing like 1 hour sessions. Right now I'm doing 45-minute sessions when I'm going live. And that was really because I needed to make sure that I could do this. I don't want to commit to something that I can't do. Type A personality here. So anyhow, with Friday, because I can do about 6 minutes per row, it's going to be my guess on this. I'll probably get maybe the first 5 or 6 rows done while we're live. Also, please keep in mind that I talk, I chat, I put my needle down, so there's going to be time for people to catch up. But if you go over to YouTube, look up the same username and subscribe to me over there, YouTube will save all of my lives. So if I get ahead of you, or if you miss something, or if you start late, you can always catch up on YouTube. So I do wish that TikTok would save the lives too. I don't know why they don't. It seems like that would be a nice thing that they could do to compete. Hey, thank you for the follow. Hey, Mama Made Wild, I was in your For You page. You said, so I am good tonight. Just working on this tapestry blanket that I designed for somebody here. Working on that, lots of white, and I'm in the white section, headed right back over this way toward this black and orange. So I'll be able to talk more about this. But I've been working on this tapestry project for this last several days on live, so people can ask questions about tapestry, because we are doing a free crochet along on Friday. Check out my videos, check out my my posts and my link to grab the pattern, and Friday we'll be doing this together. Toxic Lady, so that's good. I have fibromyalgia. Oh my gosh, sometimes I can sit for a long time. And you have ADHD. Wait, ADHD too? So yeah. Toxic Lady says nice. See your color change, then I'll go over and sub this time. Yeah, if you want to go over, if you go over to YouTube to subscribe, that'll just give you access to watch these lives later after they post. YouTube, I want to say YouTube takes at least a few hours. In fact, I think this morning, I was looking for the live that I did last night, and it said it was still preparing. I don't know what the deal is with that. Okay, so let's go over here. Thank you for the follow, Nina. I started this. Okay. This is a custom pattern that I did. So I'm working on row 40 right now. I started out with 10 jelly bean. The next thing said to do 126 white, which I just did. And before you get too impressed with my counting skills, since I just somehow magically counted 126 stitches, and you don't even know how I did that so awesomely, it's because I had to do 126 stitches the row below, and the row below that I had to do 127. So sometimes I don't just sit and count all these. If I had to do 127 and then the next time I have to do 126, I know to just do one less than the row below. How long have you been doing this? So I have been crocheting since the 1900s. Oh my gosh, it sounds so horrible to say that. I've been crocheting since 1988. I learned in October of 1988. I stayed very briefly with the foster care lady, and I think she wasn't sure. She was a older gal, and I don't think that she knew what to do with a little girl. So she taught me how to crochet, and look at me now. I'm so excited to be doing this, and crochet really is my therapy. So this is not my business. I don't do this for a living. I don't get paid at all to do any of this stuff. This truly is my passion and my hobby. And until a couple of months ago when I started my TikTok, where's my black? Come here, buddy. Until I started my TikTok and YouTube channels last August, I think is when I started them, or July maybe. Until then, I really didn't think anyone cared that much about crochet, honestly. And then I found out so many people I know crochet, and it's becoming almost trendy to crochet. So that's pretty cool. Found out recently my brother-in-law crochets, so I enjoy working on something that I know other people also enjoy. So I've been doing this for a very long time. As far as tapestry crochet, I have only been doing tapestry crochet maybe 6 months, but like I mentioned, the concept is very easy. If you can change colors, you can do tapestry. So, all right, my pattern just told me to do 2 stitches in black, which I did. So I did my color change video today, but for those of you who haven't seen it yet, Karen says crochet is her passion and has been for 58 years. You guys go follow Designs by Karen too. She's got a lot of cool stuff, and you've got other projects. You don't just do crochet. I've seen some other stuff, some diamond painting and stuff is so cool. I actually used to diamond paint for a little bit. I loved it. I just didn't know what to do with the diamond paintings when I was done, and they weren't my style to hang and display. And it just, because I could never find anything that's my style, but my style is beige and boring, believe it or not. I've got a very boring style stuff. All right, so this told me to do 2 black stitches, and now it says I have to do 11. Toxic Lady followed Karen. Yeah, Karen's got, and she goes live a lot too. So, all right, so switch over now and do 11 orange. So I've mentioned this before too, when you're doing a color change in tapestry, if you're trying to do a reversible pattern, which is what I'm doing, meaning the front and the back are going to look the same when they're done, I don't like to drag my yarn far across. Some people do carry their yarn though, so that's another thing. Let me show you right here. See, in the orange, black, orange, a lot of people are just going to have one ball of orange. They would do orange, Then they would pick up their black and they would just carry the orange string across the back of their work like that. And then pick up the orange and keep going. That's one way to do it. And that way is not going to be reversible, but it's going to be a lot less ends to weave in and a lot less balls of yarn to manage. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about what you're going to do on Friday. I'm doing reversible, so that means I'm going to have a ball of orange here, a ball of black, and another ball of orange. It really just means I'm making this harder for myself. But it does look really nice, and it's very impressive. People are always so impressed when your work is reversible. But if that's outside of what you're comfortable with as a newbie to tapestry, definitely just carry your stuff across. That'd be awesome. All right, follow you on YouTube. See you Saturday. So excited. Oh, you do jewelry making too, Karen. I didn't realize that. I guess maybe just your crochet stuff. And I've seen the diamond painting stuff because I watched some of those videos too. I've not seen any of your other videos come across with that stuff. I wonder if it's because I follow so much other crochet stuff. All right, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, doing a color change. We're going to black. We're going to do 3 in black. Pick it up, finish my stitch in black. I did that color change video earlier to show people a close-up of why it's important to not, when you're doing a color change, you don't finish the last stitch. You don't finish that one all the way. So here I'm getting ready to do my 3rd black. I'm doing a half double crochet, so I've got the 3 loops on my hook right now. I'm not going to pull everything through with this black. If I do that, actually I'll do it and show you. What I'm left with on my hook is 1 loop in black that now becomes the top of my next stitch. Well, the next stitch is orange. I don't want the top of my next stitch to be black. I want the top and the bottom to match. So what we do is we pull out too many stitches. That's the first thing I do, of course. Let me catch that one back up. When we do the color change, I start the stitch. So in this case, I'm doing half double. So I'm going to have my 3 on my hook. I'm going to move my yarn to the side. Now I'm also working with the wrong side of the pattern facing me. This is where all my strings are, so I keep all my strings on one side of the blanket. So I'm going to put this string in front, see, down here with the rest of his friends. But to get him out of my way, I'm actually just gonna wrap him all the way around like this. But the string is protruding from this side, which is where I need it to protrude from. Now I'm going to pick up my next color, which is Desert Glaze with the orange. We're going to do 27 of those. So now I'm going to pick up my yarn, finish my half double crochet in that orange, and now the loop on my hook is orange, and the top of the next stitch will be orange. So that will help you with cleaner color changes. And no matter what, I've never seen like purely beautiful color. Look, let me show you this, which is actually really bothering me. So because I weave in the ends, because I'm a sadist, look at, like in here, I had a very limited, I had 2 long ends I had to weave in this tiny spot. So it's like a little hard lump. This one's also a hard lump. So, and I still do everything in the back so that the front looks nice, but I feel the hard lump and I hate it. I hate it, but I also don't want the strings hanging out. So we need to come up with some weaveless end something that just chops it off and it doesn't leave a hard lump. You don't have to weave it in. If I could invent something like that, that would be amazing. I'd be rich and I'd share it all with you because you were here when I had the idea. Toxic Lady says, put it in my calendar. Was it Friday or Saturday? So it is Friday. So Friday at 6:30 is when I'll be. Hi, Sheila. Hey, thanks for the follow too. Yeah, so the lives doing the crochet along will start Friday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. I go live weeknights. So Friday will be the first day. The next day that I pull it up will actually be Monday. And then we'll work on it again For those of you who are just coming in, I want to remind you, I've created this pattern completely free. You don't have to pay for anything. Just head over to my TikTok profile. The link will help you, well, give you the patterns. There's the written pattern like this. And then there's the graph pattern. Some people love the graphs. So let's see if I can find a better example like this. And then, because I'm doing these live, I will also be saying everything out loud as I go. So I know a lot of people prefer to follow video tutorials, so that's also, I'll be doing that format. And then you can do whatever works best for you. If you miss a live or you come in late or whatever on TikTok, don't worry, because on YouTube, all of my lives, I stream simultaneously, and all of my lives are saved on YouTube. I feel like it's a few hours, sometimes up to 12 hours after I go live, the video will be available, but same username. Thanks for the likes, guys. Same username though. Go find me over there, subscribe, and then if you miss something or you get late or you just, you know, it's Friday night at 6:30. Not everybody's at home crocheting like me. The information will still be in there, so completely free. And then this is just one of 4 that I think we're going to end up doing in a little house plant series, because this one's going to make a small, only 80 stitches wide, like the size of a baby blanket. So it'll be kind of small. And so I think I'm going to do 4 different panels. Thanks for the follow, Robin. All right, so I had to do 27 orange, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27. All right, and then back to black. I'm going to do 3 in black. Pick that up. 1, 2, 3. 8 white. Oops, don't finish that one. I'm getting ready to switch. Don't want to finish my stitch when I'm switching. You guys, I also designed a mosaic pattern for those of you who haven't tried mosaic crochet. And it's a blanket that says, please go away, I'm over it. So I think it's cute. And I'm going to be doing some videos on that too. Not sure yet if I'm going to do that one live or if that's one that I'll just do like maybe long form videos on, but that's another one that I'm designing. I am also in love with mosaic crochet. So tapestry is fun because it's colorful. Mosaic is fun because you get to make different designs, but I feel like it's less complicated than tapestry, and tapestry is really not that complicated, guys. So don't let my complaining and my negative attitude influence you here. Tapestry is not complicated at all. It's just the yarn all over the place everywhere. So what I do for my yarn management, and again, I'm going to do a whole video on this tomorrow, and there's more than one way to do this. So some people use different tools than what I have, but for me personally, I like working with these little baskets. I picked up several of these from the Dollar Tree. It was like 3 in a pack. I don't even know. I've had these for maybe 6 months or so. And I've got a stack of them over here on the side too. But what I do is I put my yarn in these baskets. It's what keeps it from rolling all over the place. And as I use each ball of yarn, it gets moved into another basket. And then when I'm at the end, like I am here, ta-da, happened to just say that right as I was at the end, then when I flip my work, I can just take my baskets and reorganize them and rearrange them so that my yarn doesn't get tangled. And I'm about to flip my work right now. So let me finish crossing off the stuff that I just did. Okay, getting ready to flip my work. I am going to pull out a long loop. I only do this because I have lost many stitches while flipping my work before. So I pull out a long loop. I'm going to hold that loop so I don't lose a bunch of stitches. Hi, Michelle. And then I'm going to carefully turn my work. I am turning it from left to right. And the reason I do this is because I try to remember which direction all my yarn strings are facing. Right now on the front of my blanket, all of my yarn on the right-hand side is on the right side of the blanket. The middle is in the middle. The left is on the left. But I'm about to flip that up. No pun intended. So do this carefully so I don't grab a bunch of yarn balls and throw them everywhere. Now I've got my pattern sliding around. Okay. The flip has been done. Situate myself. So now, I don't know if you can tell, but the yarn that's in this far left basket, it's now on top. It was the last one that I worked before I flipped it. So it's now on top of everything. So I'm just going to pick up my yarn that was on the left and I'm going to move it to the far right. I know this is kind of hard to see in here. I don't have like, so I move it to the far right and then I scooch him out of the way. Then I come in, this basket didn't have any yarn. I grab the next most farthest left and I move, let's grab him right here. And then the one, so if I had 6 baskets or whatever, I would just keep taking the next most farthest one and moving it in one and so on and so forth. And now all my yarn is still lined up properly. And the yarn isn't crisscrossing over each other or doing. Thanks for the follow. Writing is fun is here. Good to see you. So, row 41. Where have you been? So one thing I like about doing borders on tapestry projects, and you'll notice the one that I created for Friday has a border, is I like it because it makes the edge seem cleaner. I don't know how to describe it because the edge is gonna, the edge is gonna look like the edge, but having a border around it makes the image seem cleaner. I've made a few tapestries that didn't have a border. One of them was a pattern that I did not write myself. I was just following somebody else's pattern. And then the other one was, hi, my daughter just got home. And then my other one was a pattern that I had designed, but I didn't think anything about the border. It was a custom Broncos blanket I had done for my husband. So once I got done with that one thing that did bother me was that it just felt unfinished somehow. Karen says it frames it. Yes, it does. It absolutely does frame it. That's exactly the way I would describe it. So it makes it feel more finished. Writing is fun was cleaning up the town's historical society. You are too busy these days. That's actually really cool too that you do that. Is that volunteer? All right, so this said to do 10 jelly bean, which is green, jelly bean, and then 8 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So need 3 more. 6, 7, 8. All right, let's see where I'm at, front or back of the yarn. Okay, so I'm in the front, the right side. So this is called the right side of the blanket. It's facing me right now. Writing is fun. I will remember you. I will remember to tell you when to flip your work because I just thought about that now to let you know. I'm getting ready to pick up my yarn, my black, and I had to think, okay, is the right side or wrong side facing me? So the front of your work is called the right side, the back of your work is called the wrong side. Oh, it was through Girl Scouts. That's very cool. Which is why I tend to be late or absent on Tuesdays. Well, no worries at all. No worries at all, and that's really cool that you do that and you get involved. Okay, 3 black, 2, 3. Oops, you know what I didn't do was move my white. Okay, so I just got done doing my white and my black. I didn't do this a second ago. So I'm going to pick up my white and put it into my far right basket because this one is done. And I also just finished out my black. Also going to put that in the far right hand basket because he's done for this side. And so once this has several balls of yarn in it, I'll just grab another basket and start filling it. So that's why I have multiple baskets. It's hey, thank you, Washington, D.C. for the follow. I appreciate it. Rick says, the Broncos blanket was amazing. Now I'll have to look at it again. Yes. And guess what, Rick? I am doing one for our father-in-law. Oh, writing is fun. Meet Frozen RM. That is my brother-in-law. Over here on YouTube. So, well, he's my brother-in-law in real life too, actually. I don't know why I said on YouTube. But Rick, I just designed a custom one for Ron, and it's going to be a mosaic. one, and it's got the just the Bronco head, and then it's got a big circle. It says Denver Broncos. So Denver at the top, Broncos at the bottom. Don't tell him yet, but I'm really, really excited. Hi there, person. That's funny. All right, so I have to do 27 desert glaze, which was the same number I had to do in the round or the row above. So I love that when those numbers line up and I don't have to count, which normally counting isn't such a big deal, but doing it while carrying on conversation is a bigger deal than I thought it was going to be. It'll be nice when we're working on the pattern on Friday. So you guys, I had mentioned this before, but I do think that I'll probably be going live a little bit longer once we start the crochet along. I don't want to end anything like in the middle of a row. I don't like doing that. I do want to finish out any rows, and also make sure people have time to get in and join and do all that. So all right, so I just finished up with the orange. I'm sticking him over in my done basket. Move him out of the way. Now we're going in for 3 black. So as I'd mentioned before, you have the option when working on a project like this. So I'm using an orange ball here, a black ball of yarn here, and then another orange ball here. You have the option to just carry the orange across and use it, you know, right? And then as you get to the next, when we do the next row and we're working our way backwards, you would just come up to this point, do your blacks, and then carry the orange back across. What that's going to do is leave you with some stuff that's going to look like this on the back. Ooh, let's see. Strings going across. Totally fine to do. Nothing wrong with it. Most people do it that way. I am doing a reversible tapestry for my grandson. I'm working on this Yoshi right now. So this is the one, a pattern I designed, and because it's a gift for somebody I love very much, I'm going to do reversible, and because that's what I'm able to do. If you're new at this and tons of balls of yarn are going to freak you out, then don't worry about using individual balls of yarn like I am. But I am doing it this way because I am a glutton for punishment. Oh, I moved my, I moved my orange, but it was actually my other ball. I'm actually out of orange. This was the last bit here. So one thing that I do is I do little balls of yarn. So I'll usually, like, I've got a couple pre-balled over here. So that'll be something I'll go over in a video tomorrow as well. But if you're going to work on the tapestry crochet along and you plan to do reversible work, go ahead and ball up your yarn into little balls of yarn. Karen says you can also do fleece to the back of the blanket and cover up all the ends. Yes, ma'am. And I did that with my brother-in-law's. He's a Chiefs fan. Ugh, the Chiefs. But whatever. So he's a Chiefs fan. He asked for a blanket. I made him one. And I didn't weave in all my ends. I really wish I actually had now. But I ended up buying a piece of black fleece, cut it out, and hand stitched it to the blanket I had made to cover up all the ends, and it is incredibly cozy, so cozy. But I tell you what, I hated doing that. I think I did the mattress stitch is what it is. I hated doing that more than I hated doing the weaving in my ends. So oh, Shannon, thank you so much. So girl, I know you said you're trying to figure out how to do patterns. You're self-taught, but on Friday, we are starting a tapestry project together. Friday, I'm going to be going live. If you go to YouTube and subscribe to me on YouTube, YouTube will save all my live videos. So if you're not able to be there for some reason, or you need to work slower than me, you can go over there and watch the videos and catch up. But I've got this as a free pattern right now. If you go to my TikTok profile, there's a link in my profile. If you go to YouTube, it's in my posts. You can download this pattern. I will be going over everything with you. There's 2 versions of the pattern. There's the written version and there's the graph version. But Shannon, if you can change colors, and if you can't, so really it's changing colors and half double crochet, that's it. So head over and look at some of the videos I've done, and I'm putting out more videos over the next couple days with tapestry tips. But literally, tapestry crochet is a single type of stitch. I chose half double crochet. So it's a single type of stitch in changing colors. And so if you can do those two things, you can do anything you want. But yeah, so this is going to be part one of, I believe it's going to end up being a 4-part series, because this is only about 80 stitches wide. It's going to be about the size of a baby blanket. So I'm going to design 3 other panels that's my intention. Design 3 others that will eventually give away and release as well. So, all right. Oh, it's after my time. So you guys, I'm getting ready to head out. I do want to remind you though, when I start the tapestry crochet along on Friday, I will probably be staying a little bit later than normal. And I am a morning person, so it's never going to be crazy late nights for me anyways. But I'll stay a little bit later than normal, because I don't want to finish in the middle of a row. Excuse me, I don't want to end in the middle of a row. I want to finish out the row. First couple days, you guys, is going to be getting through this. This is 80 stitches wide and 5 rows high of this border. So that's about 400 stitches. I don't know how fast you can go. Okay, Shannon has to go. Yeah, so a lot of people are going to be traveling or out. So head over to YouTube. I've got the same username in both places. So the first day though, you guys will probably be working on this border. I may get a little bit further than that because I'm not going to have to really think. This is going to be really simple stuff. The hardest part is going to be the chain. The chain is always the worst, and then you got to work into the chain, which is also the worst. So first couple days will be simple, but it'll be a good place for everyone to kind of get their feet wet and get used to the rules of tapestry. So thank you all for coming. Writing is fun. Goodbye, Rick. Goodbye, and Shannon, and Karen, and Sheila, and Toxic Lady. Thank you guys for coming in, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll keep working on this and answering questions. Have a good night, guys.